Johnny Harkins.
Hi, everybody. Hi there. Maybe a little louder. Woohoo! Fuzzy Man! Hi. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Okay. Hi guys, my name's Johnny Harkins. I'm just gonna try out a few jokes for you. Let me know what you think. Thank you. Alright. So, they invented a new morning after pill. Did you hear about this? There's a new morning after pill out right now. It's for men. It changes your blood type. Oh, you guys are smarter than I thought you'd be. Alright, very good. Okay. I think we're spoiled here in the United States of America. I don't think we know how good we got it in the good old US of A. We hear lions and tigers and bears, oh my, and we think of the Wizard of Oz. Meanwhile, some poor little kid in Africa is thinking, oh great, something else trying to kill me. What the fuck is a bear? I told that same joke to my friend, actually. I gave him the same setup. I said, yeah, we're spoiled here in the United States. We don't know how good we got it. We hear lions, tigers, and bears, and we think of the Wizard of Oz. Meanwhile, some poor little kid in Africa hears it and thinks, and my friend goes, no, don't tell me. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, right? And I'm like, no! This is not where I was going at all with that joke. Do you think that's funnier? I'm thinking of switching it. You like the original one? Okay. Oh, the whole thing? Jeez. The whole thing. All right.
That's what she said.
Travel a little bit. All right.
Yeah,
If I had a time machine, I'll tell you exactly what I would do with it. I would go back in time and grab some historical figure, like Socrates or Benjamin Franklin or something like that, and bring them to the present and try and blow their minds with technology. Be like, this is the radio, these are airplanes, they fly in the sky. This is the internet, it's all around you, it's crazy. I feel like they'd be like, well, that's cool and all, but can we talk about this time machine you just brought me here? I really feel like that's the most pertinent piece of technology we need to be going over right now. Alright, we all know the very best part about being a straight white male is in the event of time travel, no matter what, you're good. That gets me thinking though. What happens if there's a brilliant black scientist in the year 3000 that invents the time machine? That guy could be fucked, that's not right. He could say like, okay, now that I've invented the time machine, what should I do? I got it, I'll go back to the 1930s and stop Hitler from starting World War II. Big mistake, buddy. You are not going to be taken seriously in the 1930s. I'm willing to bet that the insane asylums of the 1930s are filled with misunderstood black time travelers. If you really think about it, it's possible. Alright, here's something I find fascinating. What's the most common side effect of depression medication? Increased thoughts of suicide. Think about that for a second. That makes no sense whatsoever. And what does it say on the commercials? It says, in case you're thinking about killing yourself, call your doctor immediately. No fucking way. That's what got you into this mess in the first place. Feeling a little down? Maybe I'll call my doctor trying to get some depression medication. Now all of a sudden you got this pill that's making you want to kill yourself. That's a vicious cycle that you were not in before. And it's sort of a related topic. I know it's pretty well-worn territory, but I want my shot. Restless leg syndrome. Let's talk about it. Hold on. How is restless leg syndrome really a thing? You know what the cure is? You know what the cure for restless leg syndrome is? Throw on some tap shoes, man. You know what I'm saying? Join Riverdance. And now Did Elvis have restless leg syndrome? I don't understand it. Does anyone here know anyone with restless leg syndrome? You do? Hook them up to a stationary bike. Electric generator? You got power all winter. Something to think about. Alright, let's see here. I think if we ever have, this is just a silly little joke that I like. I think if there's ever space stations orbiting the Earth, we might have that one day. If they ever open up a Chinese restaurant, they should call it Moonwalk. I think that's a funny joke. Fuck anyone that doesn't like that joke. That's a good one. Everyone hates that joke. Alright, let's see here. Alright, here's another weird observation. In English, you say I. In Spanish, you would say yo.
Yo.
That's I in Spanish. So how is it Americans say yo, 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 and Mexicans say I. Weird, right? Just think about it. Yeah, that'll keep you up. Alright, I hate people that feel the need to take pictures all the time, constantly at parties. I feel like they're saying, I want to enjoy this party, but not right now. Later. On Facebook. That's when I'll enjoy this party. Now's not good for me. Mick Jagger's making a big comeback in music recently. I don't know if anyone else has noticed this, but Mick Jagger's fucking popping up everywhere in modern day songs. Exactly. There's that Maroon 5 song, Moves Like Jagger. There's the Kesha song, Kick Him to the Curb Unless He Looks Like Mick Jagger. All those things just lead me to one conclusion. The modern day music industry has no idea what Mick Jagger looks like, sounds like, or moves like at all, because none of them are accurate comparisons. Alright. I wanted this guy. You know, someone that always knows what I'm talking about. This guy knows what I'm talking about. Did you get that one? Alright. Now I'm gonna ramp it up into the good shit. Those are the warm-up jokes. Yeah, no, it's just about to get really real. Alright. I have a really weird theory, and I think if you hear me out, you'll see it all makes sense. The evidence is really there, people just haven't looked at it very closely. I truly and honestly believe that Judas was gay. Hear me out. Let me set the scene. Judas is following Jesus all around. Totally gay for Jesus, not just gay in general, but gay for Jesus specifically. Followed Jesus around everywhere. Was getting very jealous of what was going on between Jesus and Mary Magdalene. Right? And so one day, at the Last Supper, he snaps. And he storms out like a drama queen. Right? And he betrays Jesus. Now, how does Judas betray Jesus? With a kiss. That's exactly right. How come nobody ever talks about that? How come that's not examined more? He betrays him with a kiss. Can you imagine how that conversation between Judas and the Romans went? They're like, hey man, you can just point him out to us. And he's like, no. I'm gonna kiss him, and then you're gonna arrest him. And they're like, we know what he looks like. Just tell us where he's gonna be. You don't even have to be there. And he goes, no, I'm gonna make out with him. And then right after, you're gonna arrest him, right? So what happens? Right? With his lover, Jesus gone, and Judas out into the world. What does he do? Kill himself. Textbook. It's inappropriate. Alright. This is a silly one. My girlfriend and I have been rubbing off on each other lately with little things we say, and I always say Muslim Shiite instead of shit, just as like a funny little joke. I say like, oh, I just took a Muslim Shiite, or oh no, you stepped in some Muslim Shiite, or oh, can you give me that Muslim Shiite? It's not offensive, it's just like something I've always said. And one time, so my girlfriend starts doing this now, and my girlfriend's asking me to pass her like this woolly blanket, and she's like, give me that Muslim Shiite over there? And I realized I was literally handing her an Afghan. Never did I think that phrase would make sense. Alright. Here's an interesting one. I have a whole series of jokes about just God being a dick, about how God's a bit of an asshole, especially in the Bible. The Bible's God's worst piece of PR. It's terrible. And it honestly is. I have a million jokes about it. This is just one I like in particular. Tell me what you think. I imagine there's a very wise man, Swami or something, meditating on the very top of a mountain, and he dies. And he ascends into heaven. And an angel says, listen, since you were so wise, we'll grant you audience with God. We'll let you ask him a question. He's like, oh my God, I can't mess this up. So he goes in front of God and he says, God, why is there something instead of nothing? And God goes, oh gee, I don't know. Why don't we call up the nothing verse and see if no one answers, you fucking idiot. Why does God have to be nice? I just think that's what he'd say. Here's a weird observation I've had recently, since these religion jokes seem to be going over so well. You ever notice it's only the similar religions that get into wars with each other? Think about that. You never see two radically different religions really fucking go at it. There's never a holy war between the Christians and the Hindus, and here's my theory why. I think you don't see like a Shiite and a Buddhist go at it. It just doesn't happen. So I think the reason is that if your religions are too radically different, you don't feel threatened by it. A typical Christian to a typical Hindu would say like, oh, that's what these people think? There's 180 gods, they're blue, they have 8 arms and elephant heads. Like, that's ridiculous. They don't take them seriously, and therefore there's no animosity. And we just coexist. It's when a religion starts to step on your religion's toes that a fucking war will get started. When your religion gets a little too similar to mine, then we're gonna have problems. Exhibit A, Jews and the Muslims. That's been going on for a little while, right? Over 2 religions that, quite frankly, like it or not, are pretty fucking similar. It's like, alright, how many gods do you have? 1. Oh, alright, what's its main law? Oh, peace and love, mostly. Me too. You think they'd bond over that? You think, but no, that's not what we get. Look at the 100 Years' War. 100, people bitch that we've been in Iraq for too long. Imagine 100 Years' War. And that was back when people only lived to be like 35. That's ridiculous. And who was that between? It was a religious war between Catholics and Protestants. Think about that. Europe just bounced back from the plague, the goddamn Black Plague. Finally, and we have 100 Years' war. And I mean, think about it. They're like, all right, you know, the Bible check, Jesus check, God check, baptism check, communion check. What the fuck are we having a war over for 100 goddamn years? This guy knows what I'm talking about. But no, you know what I'm talking about? I just think that's maybe the Hindus aren't so crazy after all. Us Catholics killing each other. Alright. Here's an interesting one. It all comes down to intelligent design versus evolution, am I right? It doesn't matter what you believe, really. It's just that you gotta come down on one of those 2 sides of the coin, right? Intelligent design versus evolution. I think there's a third option that no one's exploring, and we need to talk about it. What if the intelligent designer is like this cosmic prankster that designed everything on Earth to make it look as though it had evolved? How come no one's talking about that? I feel like that's a viable option that needs to be fucking looked at. Seriously. I can tell the moonwalk joke again. That's actually basically all I had prepared for tonight. I'm trying to think if I have any more I can throw off the top of my head, but that's all I had prepared for tonight.
Tell the nut joke.
I got,
Tell the Jew jokes.
Tell the Jew jokes? We could do an improv scene.
Do some improv.
I don't know if I'm prepared for some improv. That is true. I have a few of my improv friends in the audience. I don't know. I'm trying to think of one good joke to go out on. I didn't plan that out well. Yeah, thanks. Fucker. Your steel-toed boots. What? Alright, this is the joke I'll go out on. My friend said to me tonight, it's funny, ironically this was supposed to be the first joke I told tonight, now it's gonna be the last. My friend said to me, dude, you have some pretty offensive material, you might like get some people mad at you tonight. You should open up with a white joke. And I totally forgot to. So now I'll close with one. What's white and 10 inches long? Nothing. Everybody knows that joke. Alright, good. That's a great joke to go out on. I'm Johnny Harkins. Everybody like me. Yeah.